Accruals and prepayments questions in the Accounting Fundamentals exam, in my experience, are one of the main areas where candidates get into a real muddle and as a result end up losing out on very easy marks. But like a lot of things in the ACA, if you follow a clear structure and you've done a lot of question practice, these questions become a lot more manageable. So in this video, I'm going to walk through an exam style question step by step, slowly and methodically, so you can see how I would go about answering a prepayment question, which is exam standard, which is representative of the kind of thing that you're going to face in the real Accounting Fundamentals exam. Okay, let's kick things off by running through the question. So we're told that Redford Limited is a company that pays its office insurance premium annually, and it pays it in advance on the 1st of May every year. We're told the company has a financial year end of 31st of July 2003. And on the 1st of May 2003, the company paid its annual insurance premium of £13,200 for the year ended 31st of April 2004. And we're also told that this £13,200 represents a 10% increase on the previous year's insurance premium. So the question we need to answer is what amount should be recognised in Redford's financial statements for the year ended 31st of July 2003 in relation to the expense charge and the prepayment balance that needs to be recognised on the statement of financial position. So if you want to have a go at this problem yourself before I run through it, please feel free to pause the video now. If not, let's run through the solution together. Okay, so just like with accruals, the best way to approach these kind of questions when you're in the Accounting Fundamentals exam is to draw out a timeline. I can't stress the importance of timelines enough. When you're in the exam, the pressure's on, your nerves have kicked in. You need to follow a systematic approach when you're answering questions. In my opinion, using a timeline to answer accrual, prepayment, expense recognition questions is absolutely essential. If you use a timeline in the way I'm going to show you how to use one, you're going to struggle to get this kind of question wrong. So yeah, if you are a little bit nervous ahead of exam day, just answer these kind of questions slowly, methodically, and map them out visually, because using a timeline is going to help you visualize the problem, it's going to help you visualize the time periods that you're dealing with, and it's going to help you identify which costs belong within the financial year in question, and it's really going to help bring to life whether you're dealing with a prepayment or an accrual if it's not obvious from the question itself. So yeah, first thing we need to do is draw out a timeline for the financial year that we're dealing with. So we're told in the question that our financial year end is 31st of July 2003. So that means our financial year runs from the 1st of August 2002 to the 31st of July 2003. Now we can layer on our insurance coverage periods. So we've got two periods that we need to map out. So the first coverage period runs from the year to 30th of April 2003. So that means it starts on the 1st of May 2002 and it ends on the 30th of April 2003. And then the second coverage period runs from the 1st of May 2003 to 30th of April 2004. So now that we've got our timelines all mapped out, the next thing we need to do is work out the first year's insurance premium. So we know that the insurance premium for the year ending 30th of April 2004 is £13,200. But we're told in the question that this is a 10% increase on the prior year's insurance premium. So to calculate the premium for the first year, we take the £13,200 and we divide that by 1 over 10%, which equals £12,000. So that's our insurance premium for the first year that runs to the 30th of April 2003. And our insurance premium for the second year, which runs to the 30th of April 2004, is £13,200. So now that we've got our premiums, we can use our timelines to identify the amounts that fall within our financial year. So for the first insurance policy, the one that runs to April 2003, only 9 months falls within our financial year. So that's the period from the 1st of August 2002 to the 30th of April 2003. So the amount that needs to be included within our insurance premium expense for that period is equal to 9 over 12 multiplied by £12,000 equals £9,000. For the second insurance policy, the one that runs to April 2004, only 3 months falls within our financial year. So I haven't drawn these out in a particularly representative way, but I think you get the picture. We're looking at the period from 1st of May 2003 to the 31st of July 2003. So the amount that needs to be included in our insurance expense for that period is equal to 3 over 12 multiplied by 13,200, which equals £3,300. So therefore the total insurance expense which needs to be included within our statement of profit or loss for the period ended 31st of July 2003 is equal to £9,000 plus £3,300, which equals £12,300. So that's the expense which is charged to the income statement. And just quickly, before we calculate our prepayment, if you are finding prepayments and accruals a little bit tricky, it's completely normal, so don't worry. Prepayments and accruals are two of those areas of the syllabus that only really click once you've done enough exam standard questions. So if you do want to do some extra question practice and you want to see some more questions which are exam standard, I've written a number of mocks for the Accounting Fundamentals exam. So if you want that additional layer of practice before exam day comes around, please check out those mock exams. I'll put a link down below in the description. So feel free to check that out if you're interested. Okay, so we calculated our expense for the year. Final step is to work out what needs to be recognised on the statement of financial position. So if you look back at our timeline, you can see that our insurance policy running from the 1st of May 2003 to the 30th of April 2004 straddles our financial year, and so that means we need to recognise either a prepayment or an accrual. And as a quick refresher, a prepayment is recognised when a business pays for an expense in the current year but doesn't receive all of the benefit from that expense until the next financial year, whereas an accrual is recognised when a business receives part of the benefit from an expense in the current financial year but doesn't pay for that expense until the next financial year. So that's a brief refresher of the difference between the two. In this case, we're dealing with a prepayment because the business has paid £2,000 up front on the 1st of May 2003 for 12 months of insurance cover, but as we can see from our timeline, it's only received 3 months of that cover for the months of May, June and July by the time we've got to the end of the financial year. So the remaining 9 months from August 2003 through to April 2003 relate to the next financial year. So although the business has paid for the full 12 months of insurance cover up front, it's only benefited from 3 months in the current period. That means the unused 9-month portion needs to be recognised on our statement of financial position as a prepayment. So to calculate the value of the prepayment, we take the total 12-month insurance premium amount of 13,200 and we multiply that by 9/12, which equals £9,900. And that's the amount we need to recognise in our statement of financial position as an asset. So the correct answer here is option A. £9,900 is recognised as a prepayment and £12,300 is charged to the income statement as an expense. Cool, hopefully this walkthrough helped. If you are struggling with prepayment and accruals questions, use a timeline. I can't stress that enough. That's probably the key takeaway from this video. Timelines are really going to help you visualise the problem, help you understand what period of time you're dealing with, what amount of expense is falling within the period you're dealing with, what amount of expense is falling outside of the period. If you found this video helpful, I've made another one on the channel where I do a much deeper dive on prepayments. I go into the theory, I run through a number of worked examples, I run through how the journal entries work. So if you are struggling with prepayments and you want a little bit more background, check out that video. And again, if you want more question practice, do check out my mock exams. There are a number of accrual and prepayment questions embedded within those mocks. So yeah, check out those mocks if you're interested. The link is down below in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.